Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Ignite Humanity Live. I'm your host, Lady JB Owen, and I'm delighted to be here today on this beautiful Monday, beautiful Monday, as we're talking about new ideas on how to ignite humanity. That's right, we're talking about ways that we can improve and inspire, uplevel, and motivate one another to be igniting our lives and the lives of others. And it truly is an important mission for all of us, our responsibility to be caring about ourselves and our neighbors, our people around in our neighborhood and around the globe, to really be making sure we're doing something beneficial for humanity. And this show is all about talking about ways different people on the planet are doing unique and individual things to ignite humanity in their own way. And usually it has come from an ignite moment, something spectacular, difficult, challenging, new awakening has happened in their lives and ignited them to start a journey of doing something that ideally will help the planet and, of course, ideally help humanity. And so we bring guests from all over the world to talk about Ignite moments, to talk about their mission, their message, and their vision on how they can do something to ignite the lives of others. And we hope something we say today will truly ignite you. Well, all the way over to Israel today, we're doing something spectacular. We're speaking to Shani Bacher Azoulai, a 25-year-old individual from Israel. She possesses an extraordinary memory that stretches back to events before her birth. She has a unique ability to discern the spiritual lessons and life missions of individuals she meets, providing them with profound insights into their existential purpose. In addition to her spiritual talents, Shani is a pioneer in the field of medical technology. She develops energy-based devices designed to balance the body's energies without invasive procedures. Her innovations extend to the realm of software, where she writes programs aimed to fostering new forms of global influence. These programs emphasize love, universality, respect, and sharing, reflecting her vision for a harmonious global community. Excited and interesting to hear what she has to share, and please be patient with the internet. Please welcome her to the show.
Hello.
Well, welcome.
So nice to be here. Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we are delighted to awaken this conversation. Today is all about new ideas. Mondays, we love to talk about ideas. Share a little bit about what you do and what you consider to be your zone of genius, what you bring to the world.
So, like you said before, and I totally like your introduction, I'm a spiritual life coach. I help people to pass their life lesson and be one with their soul. My goal is to help anyone all over the world to complete their life lesson, to complete the preparation that our soul make us before we were born, and fulfill our mission in this world. I was born remembering, like you said, I have an energy abilities to see 8 energetic bodies around us and to see all our soul's history and what happened to us before we were born and what our life lesson that we brought to this world. And today I lead people to pass their life lesson, to fulfill their mission here, and to be remembering according some methods like energetic bodies, like magnetic healing, like light language and life lessons, according to the clients.
Wow. So a lot of people are like, they didn't know they had a life lesson. People are just seem to be coming here and doing what they think is their mission or their job, or they don't really know. They're not really aware of there's a higher purpose, there's a higher meaning. Can you share some examples of life lessons so people can understand?
Yes. So I can start with defining. Life lesson is a gap between what we have and what we want. If I want something and I have another thing, this is my life lesson. Many people think that that life lessons aim is to make them to feel good, to feel more comfortable, and it's a main mistake, because if I know how to fulfill the gap between what I want and what I have, I I can do the next step of my mission here in this world. Life lessons can be like a trust, faith, like hierarchical, like a free choice. Any
Mm.
tools, that can help us to fulfill our mission here.
Do you feel that some people are ideally doing their mission, even though they may feel like they're off track, but still part of their mission? Or do you feel like people have this awakening, this ignite moment that puts them into their mission?
So I can refer it with two things. First of all, when I say mission, I don't mean by a be a teacher, be a doctor, help to another people. I believe that you have a knowledge that you collect during your soul's journey, and here in this life part, you can use this knowledge to share love with the world. The knowledge, you can choose how to realize it. You can choose to be a teacher or to be a doctor, and in the same way you will share your knowledge here. So this is my definition to life purpose, and I believe that yes, many people doing their life purpose here, but without their source knowledge, their inner sources of knowledge, and the connection between all these puzzles part, my soul, me, my knowledge, this world. This is the fourth part that can help us to realize, to make true our missions and ourselves. And if I can use all this part and don't say I have my authentic self here in this world, I have my goals, and I don't need to focus on my souls. It's a higher world. I don't need it. But if I will put it, I will put all of perspective. I like to explain it with spiral. If you see this spiral, you can look on it with many perspectives. But if you have all the perspective, if you know how to collaborate with all that perspective, you can get the big picture and know all this version of your inner knowledge, because this is an energetic world. You have a all perspective like a circle.
So can you give me an example? I mean, when you meet people, do you dial into their energy, for example? We've never met personally. So how would you, if I was a client, how would you work with someone to help them understand this?
So it's a two option. In the start, I make for them a life lesson reading. They told me about their problem in job, in a relationship, in many areas of life, and I reflect them the gap between what they want and what they need. If, so for example, if they have a problem with find a new career and they want to work with something that they feel happy, but they earn money also, this is a start of gap. And when I reflected them, I like to organize it like their soul's journey. If I scan them and I'm seeing that they need to open a business, to know to convert themselves to be their job. For example, I said I'm working with be myself. I call it spiritual life coach, but my work is to be me. This is my main work. And if I see someone with a similar soul's journey, I try to organize with them how much they focus on be happy, how much they focus on earn, how can we make the happy to the essence, and around it put what we need. And when we organize it, people don't need, because a lot of people think that I need to give up on something. I earn or I will be happy, and it can come together. And if it come together, it's another perspective of their life lesson. And another kind of thing that I reflect is people say, I don't have a good relationship and I want to leave it. If I will leave my husband, I will pass my life lesson, I will have a good life, I will fulfill my mission. And I told them, no, your life lesson will come with you to another life areas. You can meet it in the job and in the relationship and in your family and in your kids. Our life lesson is an inner change is an inner changing of our belief system.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, and I was quite admiring it because I realize you're right. We all have knowledge. We come here with knowledge, and how we use that knowledge is really actually how we express that knowledge. I was just thinking, I'm a publisher. I help people publish their books. I help people tell their story. I use my knowledge to help people express their stories and share their unique stories. I also love to help people build brands and build businesses and do humanitarian work. So I can see how if you were to tap into the knowledge that you have, you can then use it outward instead of the opposite. Like, okay, I become a humanitarian and then I use what I became to then use that knowledge. Why not use the knowledge you have to do the work that out into the world that's going to make a difference? It is interesting also that people have moments where they wake up to what I like to say their soul's work. Have you had an experience in your life where you've sort of had that wake up, that call to do what you're doing now?
Yes, sure. This was my starting of my journey. When I was 11 years old, everything was started. Me and my parents saw a TV news, and my parents complained about the political situation in Israel. And I asked a childhood question my mother, if you complain and you don't agree, and most of the people here don't agree with the situation, why you are not do something? Please do
Mm,
something. This is not my. I need to grow up in this world, but you don't care to my word. And my mother told me a sentence that opened for me a world. She told me, okay, so let's do it. And I started to do it. I started to write a alternative option to administration here in Israel and all over the world. How can we manage this world with respect, with love? Like, and I use with my remembering and my another cultures that I know with another from another planet, and I use it. And until I was 15 years old, I wrote it. And when I was
mm,
15 years old, my teacher in high school, I asked her, what can I do now? I finished to write. I want to continue. And she replied me, okay, please do a lecture here. And I did a lecture in my school about the connection between laws and self-development, and how can we pass our life lesson according to the laws. And my teacher did for me a surprise and invite, and I didn't know it, a teacher from another school to watch the
mm,
lecture. And
mhm.
another teacher invited me to their school, and I started to do a lecture about the connection between self-development and the law system. And when I finished the high school, I started alternative services in the law office in Israel, because
Wow.
I had a medical problem, and I didn't join the army, and I started with my alternative service, and there I learned about how the system and how the life lesson realize in the government, in the political situations. And I learned a lot, and I decided there I want to stop it now. I don't want to wait when I was 40 or 50 years old. I want to make new parliament now. And I joined to the social center with a lot of young people, and we opened the young parliament in Israel. And I started to take responsibility on the life lessons part and the magnetic field, and how can we build another society that don't base, that doesn't base on pain and base on love, respect, and relationship and collaboration between people. And
Mhm.
we opened the parliament, and after that we decided that we don't need to make new laws, because laws are exist. We need to realize the solutions that solves that laws want to offer us. So we opened a social activism school for young people in Israel, and the social
Wow.
activism school during the time make the make my business. Actually, when people know what are their life lesson, they can take it and choose the authentic part in activism world. all over the world. It can be a big social project, and it can be we have people that open a business of reminder. They remind people to do tasks. All of this is equal part for my side.
Wow.
So this
Impressive,
is my
incredible. I want to hear more about what you said about, and this is actually while you were talking, I was thinking, this is a great opportunity for us to speak. Many people have perceived ideas, preconceived ideas. They have no idea. They have no notion. They think they know what it's like on the other side of the world. They think they know what people are going through, but they really don't. And I'm in agreement with you. I don't think we need more policies. I don't think we need more laws. I don't think we need more dogma to hold people down. I think what we need is more connection. We need more understanding. We need more awareness of what we don't know, because normally human beings are just afraid of what they don't know. They push away what they don't know. If we could learn to understand and get to know one another and really connect with one another, that's why I love storytelling, and authentic storytelling, most importantly. Truly igniting humanity. Tell me a little bit about some of the principles. Teach us a little bit about what we can do at home to have this more governed, less governed, and more collective experience.
So I can start with a funny example because I like to explain things with funny stories. So before 2 years, I think, I connect with client from India. Yes, from India. He was from India, and he told me I have a life lesson with money. I think that I don't have enough money, and I don't have a lack with nothing. I have everything that I want, but I don't have enough money. So I asked him, why do you think that if you have anything that you want and anything that you need? And he replied me, I like to draw. I didn't succeed to sell my drawing, and my art is my blog. I have money. I have a career that I like, but I cannot sell my art. And we decided together to pass their life lesson in a creativity way. We opened in India, everything in the Zoom because I'm in Israel. We opened in India a marketing skills, marketing that help people to pass their life lesson. And we decided you can give someone the draw that you feel your friends need, but you can get, and you need to get, because we need to balance between what we need, what we have, and what we need. You can get anything that you want. You need vegetables. You don't visit in the supermarket. You can give a draw and get vegetables. And we try to move these market skills. And I talked there, and maybe 200 people pass in same time the life lesson that's called a gap between what we have and what we get. And
Mm-hmm.
I talked in this time about the main question that everybody can ask themselves to start to pass our life lesson. I called it how the reality behave to me like I behave to myself. This is the start point.
Say
And
it again.
if,
How does the world behave to me the same way I behave to myself?
yes, if I know to reflect the behavior of my reality, like my behavior, I can see the gap between what I want and what I need.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the start point. And in this marketing skills, what that I explained there is when I was student in the college, I saw a person that he didn't has money, and he asked me, "Can you give me some money? I don't have money because the COVID-19." And he replied them, "Yes, but I want that you will give me something. I will give you money, but give me something." And
Of
this
course.
person get out from their pocket a list of smart sentences. All these sentence smart than the other, and he told me that he was a copywriter before the COVID pandemic, and I was shocked. This is the perfect message that I need for this day in the college, and I meet someone that need my money, and I need this sentence. I publish in the WhatsApp group of my city, and after 5 days, a CEO of a copywriting office take him to the job, and I say,
Wow.
wow, the magic of the balance between what we give and what we take. If I say, oh, it's a poor man, I didn't say can help him.
Of course. It's a beautiful,
So,
beautiful analogy. I feel the same. If we want to create money, which is just energy, we have to have two things come together. So an idea and an initiative, or intention and believability. Like, you have to bring things together to then produce the third thing, which is the energy of money. So you can't just sit and wait for money. You can't just put your hand out and ask for money. You have to create energy that creates money. And so I love that analogy. It's a very good one. Give me some ideas, or the listeners some ideas. What are some things that we can do in our lives right now to sort of be more in this flow?
okay, so like I started, the first of them is to ask ourselves what the reality reflect us, how the reality behave to me like I behave to myself. And after we understand it, we can see the gap between what we want and what we need. And the second part is to give a benefit, because any reality that we create is a beneficial for us. I can give
Mm.
another example. If I if I meet someone that comply, I have a happy day, I feel okay, but my friends complain to me. And I say, I have a good day. Why I need to see this complying person and what he reflect to me? Okay, yesterday I complained about my neighbor that don't respect me in the driving in the city. I don't know. So when I when I remember it, I can pass my life lesson before he came to me, because our life lesson has a 4 levels. We start from something that we see. For example, I see a poor person. If we don't understand it, this question that I asked in the start, how the reality behaves to me like I behave to myself, the lesson continue to the next question. The next question is about someone that close to me. My husband come from the work and told me about something. This is the second level. The third level is something that happened to me. I have a conflict with someone. I need to understand something, and so on. And the fourth level is our body. Many people come to me when they have a body problems and say I need healing. I need to understand, but I can heal it. I can use my tools for magnetic healing. I can heal the body. It's not a problem. The problem is the life lesson. Because if you don't understand your belief system, the life lesson change their structure. I have
Mm.
a and it will stay in the body until we understand it. So if we understand the behavior of the reality, the behavior of ourselves, what is our beneficial from this situation, and in the end, what is the need that we don't use. If I need something and I don't give it an answer, I don't give it a solution, but I need something, it will not cancel, it will stay in our life lesson. And if we
Wow.
understand it, this is everything. Our
Liberation. It's liberation, it's understanding, it's connection, it's belief, it's this whole awakening, is this feeling of igniting and sparking into something new. I really
yes.
appreciate everything you're sharing. I know that it's complex, and yet it's not. It's something for people to think about, and yet it's so easy. I love that you've shared all of this, and I really do admire the work that you're doing. I know that many of us here in this side of the world don't know what's going on that side of the world, and vice versa. And I just appreciate so much that you're taking the time to show up, to share, to help people, because knowing your life lesson and being connected to yourself really makes a difference with humanity. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you deeply. I'm gonna say goodbye to the audience and play a little video, but I'd love to talk to you after the show and just connect with you more, because I think that the more and more we can share this, it would be beautiful. Folks, if you want to know more about what Shani's up to, check out her website. You can see what she is doing and share with her, reach out to her, send her an email, find out some more information on how you can find out about your life lesson and how you can be igniting humanity. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's always interesting to learn new things. And I just could go on and on and on forever listening to her conversation and asking her so many questions. And folks, maybe that's the lesson for all of us today. Who can we speak to? Who can we talk to? Who can you dive into a little bit deeper, get to know them a little bit more, understand their culture, where they're coming from, their learning, their lesson. We all have this intrinsic desire to make our lives better, to be in happiness, to feel peace, to have this sense of well-being and safety where we live, to have our base needs. Every human being on the planet has that. It's no different. It doesn't matter our skin color, our language, our gender, where we live, where we come from. We all deeply desire that feeling, and we all should have it, and we're all entitled to it, and we all deserve it. And so that is the power of igniting humanity, giving every single sovereign being on the planet the ability to live their life lessons, to be in joy and bliss, to have that comfort and peace. And that's why we do the show. And you knowing that today and thinking about that and deciding that maybe you could do something differently to make that better, well, that is going to ignite the lives of someone else, and including yourself. Well, if you'd like to know what we're up to at Ignite Humanity Live, check out our website. We've got lots of fun things happening. Ignite Humanity, that's right. We are doing a book project. We are having an event. We are building schools overseas in third world countries. We are truly sharing on so many ways. We do this show every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, live to talk about people all over the globe. If you would like to share what you're up to Ignite Humanity, we would love to hear it. Please fill out our type form and tell us a little bit about you, what you're doing, how you're igniting humanity. Share your Ignite moment, and let us interview you with the intention that you could help another life. I know that every single show we do, somebody's life is changed because of it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to create a ripple effect around the globe and ignite lives. All right. Well, blessings. See you tomorrow.
Now, more than ever, we need to come together to connect with one another. We need to feel the truth in who we are and let go of everything that's happened in the past. We need to empower every person on the planet and awaken hearts, enliven souls, come together, laugh, play, rejoice, connect, create, and love. It's time to ignite humanity. We want you to be a part of something that will impact the future for everyone. We want you to tell your story, share your Ignite moment, show people who you truly are. Be a part of igniting humanity and making a difference in the world and all of our futures.